to Mary's Village Style and welcome to my kitchen. I have some notes that I'm going to read to you today. We just did a video on pasta with Cucuzza, and there was about 10 of us here that day, and we had so much fun that we left certain parts of the video out. So I'm just going to narrate part of it when I show you the video. And some of the things that we were doing was we were sauteing onions, and we added to the onions some celery and carrots, and then we added potatoes, and then we added the cut Cucuzza. And hopefully you'll see all of that. That recipe is like a two-fold recipe. One is the mixture of the Cucuzza, the vegetables, and the other one is a dry sauce that we make that's very flavorful, and we add it to the Cucuzza mixture, and then we put it on the pasta. And it's kind of like a Cucuzza pasta asciutta kind of thing. So it's not a soup, it's a pasta with Cucuzza. So I will add some notes to the video so you can kind of follow us as we go along. But thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody watching. And if you want a Cucuzza, let me know if you're in my area, live around us. We can go to Davy Produce and order a few Cucuzzas. We have to have 15 people to order the Cucuzza. I don't know what the cost is, but if you contact me through Facebook or message me or email or whatever, we'll put 15 people together and buy a case, and we'll see to it that you get a Cucuzza. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching, and I hope the video is good for you to make your pasta. Mary's Village Style. Welcome to my kitchen. We're going to make Cucuzza today, and Rosie Malfitano's here to help me with it. We're going to cut this in about maybe 3 pieces. We're going to peel it and dice it up, and we'll be right back.
Well, what is that?
This is an Italian Cucuzza.
Longo?
It's an Italian long squash.
You got that?
Sicilian, I think, right? It's a Sicilian long squash.
All right.
Cucuzza longa.
You want to show us what it looks like then?
That's it, peeled.
It looks like a cucumber, but it's milder than that, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're getting ready to put our Cucuzza in. We're going to put the potatoes in. And then we're going to put the Cucuzza in here. Okay, Rosie, you can put the Cucuzza in. You're going to do all of that. And then in a separate frying pan or pot, we're going to make this a little sauce. We're going to put some onion and caramelize it really well. And then we're going to put some basil and some tomatoes. And we're going to season this really well. And here's the Cucuzza. Thank you. And we're just going to saute it. And this Cucuzza is going to melt down. Use a little bit more olive oil. And then we're just going to season it with salt and pepper. And we're going to do this 5-minute sauce over here. And when the sauce is done, we're going to add it to the vegetables. Let's let it cook a little bit. We've been chopping up one more bunch of basil. So this is one bunch of basil. And this is the way I chop it because it's just easier for me. I don't do the chiffonade or chiffonade as they do in French cooking, or I just put it in this little colander thing and get the scissors and go at it. Okay, and what I want to show you too is we're going to use some celery for this video. So I'm going to show you how I dice celery.
So what's the benefit of cutting it this way?
Just easier for me and faster.
It's cleaner too.
Well, yeah, it works for me. You know, just one of my little things, and I just try to make it simple. Okay, so we're going to dice some celery, and this is how I do it. I don't know if it's going to make sense to people. And you know, instead of doing it stalk by stalk when you have to dice it, I just cut the stalks. They're all attached. You can see they're all attached. And I just cut them, you know, cut them down the center. And I like to leave some leaves on there. I don't want it to be just bare celery. The leaves are where a lot of the flavor is. You know, I get rid of the big ones, but so, and once I've done that and I cut it, it's a lot easier. And then I'll just put it in the little colander and wash it, rinse it. Can't be any easier than that, right?
That's mind blown.
No, I don't know about that. There's Mary's way of getting it done fast. You know, and you can continue, you know, you can do the whole thing. I mean, pretty easy.
What I like, I'm just thinking about my kids who are learning how to cut, and this seems a lot safer.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But it's really pretty easy.
Makes sense.
You know, I do this time right at the end.
You have to cut the whole stalk.
No, I
A lot
don't.
of times,
Oh, because you have to take off the whole,
you have to do just
the whole thing. Yeah. Okay, so that's the celery we're going to use for our pasta today. Okay,
And the tablespoon, it looks like a fork to me.
it is a fork. 2 forkfuls, heaping forkfuls full of chopped garlic.
Whoa.
And we're going to add some basil to this.
Did you chop the garlic yourself?
Yeah. In the food processor.
Now, is this the summer sauce?
No, not really. This is just a little peeled tomato sauce. And I'm going to add some of this basil to the Cucuzza. We added a little bit of tomato juice from the tomatoes that we're going to use to keep it moist. So we added that, and we're adding a little bit of basil to it. And we salt and peppered it. Then we're just going to let this kind of Cucuzza stew just kind of work and cook. And then this is our sauce here. We're going to add a can of peeled tomatoes. The whole can might be too much, but we'll determine that as we get closer. You could, you know, kind of put this on pasta if you wanted to. We want it to stay moist. We don't want it to be sticking to the bottom of the pan or burning. Okay, I'm going to add the tomatoes now. Okay, oh yeah, we're going to add all of this tomatoes. And we're going to make a very flavorful, quick sauce. And we're just going to let it simmer for, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. And if it gets dry, we'll add a little more of the juice from the peeled tomatoes. And we're just going to season it, and we're going to be good to go. And when the sauce is cooked, we're going to combine it with the Cucuzza, and we're going to mix it all with pasta, with spaghetti. And we'll be right back. Okay, so it's a little bit dry, so I'm adding a little bit of chicken broth to it. Just a little bit, just to keep it, you know, rolling boil. I don't want it to burn and stick to the pan. So I'm going to do that for a couple more minutes, and we're almost ready. We're almost ready to combine the sauce with the Cucuzza. Almost. And this is perfect. Okay, good. Lots of basil. I think in this recipe we use 2 bundles of basil, I think, or 1 1/2. 1 1/2, I think. Basil and a little bit of broth, chicken broth, so that we would have a nice loose kind of mixture. And this is the sauce that we made. And we're going to add sauce to the Cucuzza.
Smells good.
All that basil.
We noticed that.
Well, you know, the Cucuzza is a very mild sauce, very, very mild. So you have to kind of season it up a little bit. And you don't want to always season with salt and pepper. I mean, just adding the onions and the garlic and makes it really flavorful.
I noticed that you didn't use some of the other dishes that you made were They had onion powder and garlic powder.
Yeah, not in this recipe.
Not in the recipe.
We used
Not in
all real ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, real garlic and. So now this is a lot of sauce. So I boiled 2 pounds of pasta, and I know we've had a lot of pasta that we ate today. But and if you're making this at home, you just make half of it. You know, and I go by the size of the pot. You know, this pot is my favorite pot for sauces, and because it's more of it's kind of spread out a little bit more than this pot, so it cooks faster, I would say, and
Well, it's curved too, so the heat goes and
yeah,
goes
cooks
around.
better.
That's an 8 quart.
Doesn't have a heat diffuser
think
on
so.
the bottom.
No,
That's why.
oh, I don't know. So this is a lot of pasta that we made, a lot. So there's going to be lots of doggy bags today. And we only used, what, half of our Cucuzza.
Today is National Dog Day.
Oh,
It is?
wow.
Yeah,
Doggy bag day.
doggy dog day. So cute.
And I mix it in the pot because the pot's bigger than the bowl, so this will make it easier.
Smells amazing.
Okay, so we'll put some in the bowl and